Hey guys, Nurse Jackie reporting. Kidding, let me get this off right now because I feel ridiculous. That was all just for the thumbnail. We are currently at Shevlin Park in Bend, Oregon. So if you see people walking or riding their bikes by, that's why. So for those of you who haven't been to this channel before or don't know who I am, I'm Jackie, the Jackie. And this video is going to be a little bit different. It's just going to be a chit-chatty video. I'm going to keep it as short as I possibly can. Short, concise, to the point, nothing rambly. So let's get right into it. I am making this video because I've been meaning to make it for a while. Whenever I started this car camping saga, I guess about a month and a half ago in Colorado, I started the first video by saying that I was in Colorado for a travel assignment. I'm a registered nurse of 16 years, for those of you who don't know, and I've been doing travel nursing for 2 years. And I did go to Colorado to work as a travel nurse, and I was offered multiple jobs, great pay, great seeming jobs. Seeming. Every nurse out there knows what I mean. But it didn't end up happening that way. I turned down the jobs, and there was something inside of me that just could not accept a job. And it was just my gut intuition telling me, no, don't take a job as a nurse right now. You're not 100% in it. The money's not worth it. Just travel around, enjoy yourself, and make YouTube videos. And that's exactly what I've been doing for a month and a half now. I've made YouTube videos for, I think, coming up on 4 years. I believe September will be around 4 years. In the beginning, they were really awful. It's a process, and I taught myself everything. And yeah, I just started off with like vlogs, some DIY videos, some like vegan, vegetarian cooking videos. And I love YouTube. I love everything about it. I love watching YouTube videos. It's one of my favorite things to watch, even over movies or anything else. I've just loved YouTube since I was 25 years old. The first YouTube video I ever watched that I remember digging more into their channel was Cherry Dollface. And I found her because I went in to look up how to do a certain hairstyle, a certain like 50s hairstyle, and ended up finding her channel. And I was like, oh my gosh, like people make YouTube videos about their life. And from then on, I've never stopped watching, and that was a long time ago. So I finally got up the guts to start making YouTube videos a few years ago. I had wanted to do it for much longer and just kept putting it off, and I was scared and I didn't know how to get started. And I finally just couldn't put it off any longer. And that's exactly how I felt whenever I didn't take a job and just started traveling around making YouTube videos about car camping, because those are those are my favorite videos to watch at this point in my life. Car camping, van life, life on the road, all of that sort of stuff. I love everything about it. And the more raw and authentic, the better. I don't like anything too polished, overly produced. Yeah, I just like the gritty day-to-day vlog style of living in your car. And so I have car camped in the past. I did it last year for 7 months while I was on a travel assignment. I was on a travel assignment in Maine, and I lived out of my car, and that's where I first did it. And it was a 7-month stretch. The assignment wasn't that long, but I lived out of my car for that long. It's starting to rain. Hopefully that's not too loud. It probably won't last long. It's been drizzling on and off. Yeah, so this is not the first time I've car camped. No, I'm aware of the challenges and the lifestyle that it is, but I will say it gets so much easier the longer you do it, just like with anything. For me, the thing that I love most about car camping is the freedom. Hands down, absolutely. The freedom. I can come and go as I please. I'm never in the same spot. I am always moving. I am always exploring. There's no, I mean, you can get a sense of routine, but you're not confined to one area. And that's what I noticed whenever I was in Asheville, North Carolina at the beginning of the year. I had went to work there and I took a 3-month lease, and in that short time I could already just feel like myself getting restless, the routine becoming too much. And that just goes to show how much a person can change, because whenever I started travel nursing 2 years ago, 3 months seemed like a short time. It was really not a big deal. And now at this point in my life, 3 months of living in the same place, having the same routine day to day, it's enough for me to start to lose my mind, and get agitated, get anxious, feel out of control, like a caged animal almost. And so this lifestyle just suits me very much. Does it have its cons? Does it have its hard days? Absolutely. There's pretty much not a day that goes by that I don't have one moment where, I question this lifestyle. But it's a fleeting thought, and nothing is perfect, and 99% of this I completely love and wouldn't want to do anything else, which is why I don't. So you're probably thinking, oh, you're a travel nurse, you've got savings, you make a lot of money. That's the first thought in everyone's head whenever you tell them you're a travel nurse. Oh, the money, you make so much money. Oh, I have a friend who does it and they make so much money. And you do, you make a lot of money as a travel nurse. I don't care about money. I have never led my life in the direction of making money. I could make a fortune as a nurse. I was recently offered $3,000 a week for an assignment, and turned it down. I'm just not interested. At this point in my life, I know what makes me happy, and I'm a simple person, and my dog makes me happy, and nature makes me happy. Making YouTube videos makes me happy, so I am going in that direction. And I want YouTube to be my job full time, and I'm not going to stop making videos until that happens. How long it takes, I don't know. I have no idea, but I'm just gonna keep going and do what I have to do. Right now, I have already burnt through my savings, and I've pretty much been charging up my credit card, which doesn't bother me at all, because worst case scenario, if I need to go back to nursing at some point, if I get so broke, so in the hole, I can always go back to nursing. Nursing is always gonna be there, I require very little. I spend very little, especially living this way. And I did have a lot of savings for a while. Whenever I left my travel assignment in Maine, I had $10,000 in my savings, and that was the most financially stable I've ever been. But this just goes to show that the universe, things will never be perfect. If you wait for things to be perfect or stable before you start something or do something you really want, because like I said, I've been wanting to live this way for years, make YouTube videos for a living for years, and I always kept putting it off. And I was like, no, whenever I get $20,000, then I'll take, some time off. Maybe I'll take, 6 months, a year off. And it just never happened. Actually, that money ended up all going towards Toots being sick, my dog of 15 years, my little Shih Tzu baby. She got sick, and it was $9,000 for 2 days at the ER. And so there went my savings, there went my planning, there went everything you're working towards. And that's when I told myself that, okay, I'm gonna live this lifestyle regardless, because I can't wait, because something is always going to happen. And I just handed it over to the universe and said, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm putting my trust into you. Guide me. I will follow you. Show me the way. And it's been amazing. Obviously I'm not making any money off my YouTube videos yet. I don't have enough subscribers. I'm at 600 today, you know, so I'm not even really close to being monetized. But I'm just gonna keep doing it, and I'm not gonna worry about it, and I'm gonna keep charging up my credit card. And when it comes to the point in time that I have to get a job, most likely I will, God bless you, most likely I will end up doing DoorDash, which is what I did for a little bit in Asheville whenever I decided I could not take one more travel assignment. I just couldn't do it. I wasn't in it, and I'm pretty much an all or nothing person. So I did DoorDash for a month, and don't get me wrong, it's a hustle. It is a hustle for sure, but I can make money, and I can continue living in my car, and I can continue making my own schedule and having time to make YouTube videos. Or I could even just, you know, pick up one day a week as a nurse, but I really just want to keep nursing at bay because it's a slippery slope, you know? A lot of people would probably say, well, why don't you just, you know, work as a travel nurse and make YouTube videos? And for me, for the way I am and how I operate, it's just never worked. Like I said, I'm an all or nothing person, and I either fully commit to something or I'm really not in it. I did make a couple videos last summer whenever I was in Maine, but I think it was only like 3 videos because, you know, filming, editing, getting your videos out, it is a job. Whenever you work 3 or 4 12-hour shifts in a week, kind of the last thing you want to do is then on your days off pick up a camera, film all day, edit another day, and then try to upload. I mean, it just never really worked for me. I couldn't fully commit, and I feel like now I am fully committing. I am putting out 2 videos every week, and I'm happy with the content that I'm putting out. A lot of people would think I'm absolutely crazy. And people have told me that I'm crazy, you know, to give up travel nurse pay, to give up such a, what would you call it, coveted career, such a respectable career, to live in your car, to shower once or twice a week, to I mean, just live this way. It is not glamorous, but I'm the happiest I've ever been. And I'm following my happiness at this point in my life. I could care less what anybody else thinks. This is my life, and I prioritize my happiness as well as my dog's happiness. And that's also what played a huge part in me committing to this lifestyle. Was this lifestyle allows me to spend the absolute most time with her that I can, which is all day, every day. And that is what's most important to me, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to make that happen. Because she is 15 years old, I want to see the country with my best friend and the love of my life. I don't want to have any regrets and say, oh, you know, I should have worked less, I should have traveled more, I should have done this, I should have done that. I want to give her the best possible life that she can have, because I love her. Time to make your appearance. Okay, love you. She's tired of me talking. She probably wants to go outside for another hike. I made this video because I wanted you guys to know a little bit of my backstory. I don't talk about this stuff in my car camping videos usually. It just doesn't come up, and I felt like it needed to be its own little video. Yeah, so you guys can know me a little better, maybe take a little inspiration. Life is never going to give you a perfect moment where something's going to work out exactly as you want. So if you're waiting to do something, then just do it. This video is not sponsored by Nike, but just do it. Things will never be perfect, no matter what it is. If it's living in your car, if it's quitting your job, if it's, you know, asking somebody out on a date, whatever it is that you're wanting to do, that you think about all the time, that consumes you, and you know it's never going to go away, and it's something that's going to make you happy, then do it. You won't regret it. I haven't regretted not a single moment. Things are going to work out for me. I completely trust in the universe, and I know that things are going to work out for me. And I know that I'm never going to look back and regret this. If anything, I wish I had done it a lot sooner. But that's life. Hindsight is 2020. Anywho, I think that's pretty much the spiel. Now I can get out of these scrubs. I feel like a fool being in scrubs in my car out in the middle of nowhere at a park, but who knows? I might be throwing these scrubs away for good soon. I hope so. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you took some little nugget of inspiration maybe. And if not, then maybe you just got to know me a little bit better. And I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.